weighing in fights and films.
Hi, welcome to Weighing In Fights and Films. I'm Jenny Rose. I'm here with my cousin and co-host,
Brett the Threat, and we are going to review the movie Ghost in the Shell, the animated version.
the anime.
The anime.
So, you want to lead off the plot on this one?
What this movie really is about, it's a very heady science fiction movie, and what it is trying to ask you is, where does humanity start and where does it end, and where do you consider someone to be human and then someone not to be human? So this is where we all started with that idea. And from there, we start off with the Major, who is, she's like a cyborg, but like the Ghost in the Shell, we should explain, a ghost is consciousness. And the shell is, of course, either a human body or a mechanical one. So when they refer to, like, is the ghost still in the shell, that's what they're referring to. So they're chasing someone called the Puppet Master, who was actually born in the information itself. And it becomes like an AI. Even though it doesn't declare itself one, that's really what it is. And the movie is trying to answer, is the Puppet Master human? In the sense that we know humanity to be, which is consciousness and a soul.
Got it. Is Johnny Five alive?
Right.
Got it.
But she's a cop and she's part of a special Section 9, and there's all sorts of government conspiracies happening surrounding this whole thing. It was a government project to begin with. But it's essentially them chasing down the Puppet Master through him hacking into other people's brains to get there.
Got it.
It's very long, convoluted. It's a very heady science fiction, and this is not the kind of movie that you can leave, get a soda from the fridge, and come back, and you have to watch every minute of this to follow along. All right, she has definitely a lot to say about this movie. What do you want to say?
It was drudgery.
Drudgery.
It was. Oh my lord! It was boring. Well, now I have to say that usually when I watch anime, I prefer to have subtitles and hear the original voices.
Okay, that's kind of cool. Purist.
There's one Princess Mononoke, I can get away with that. That was the very first anime I ever saw, so I think that's why I can get away with listening to the English, the actors, dub over. But like when I watch like Naruto or anything like that, I know Naruto is not on the same level, but so don't get on my case on that one. But I have to watch it with the original. I cannot watch the Americanized English dubbed version. And so I'm wondering if maybe that plays into a part, is that the version I watched was with the American dubbing over it and not the original. So maybe I would have gotten more into this if I had seen with the original audio.
All right.
But my God, this is slow, gray, boring. I may have even fallen asleep during it. Wow. I don't think I did, but
I did the exact opposite when it comes to it. I thought this movie moved very fast, that there's like gun battle scenes, there's chase scenes. More importantly, this movie is beautiful. The animation in this movie is incredible. You got to remember, this is 1995, and it holds up for today's standards.
No, it doesn't.
Absolutely it does. This is a great movie, especially when they do the sweeping shots of the city. Just stunning.
All right. Yeah. Were you watching it without your glasses? Yeah. Because that's not what I got from it. It was dark. It was dismal. It was gray. It was like Buffalo in winter.
The question
or in March.
Right. But the question of humanity is throughout this movie. There is a scene where, like, because she has like this see-through like thermal like skin that she can like disappear, like kind of like the Predator, and the Schwarzenegger Predator, where you can like.
I'd much rather watch the Predator.
Right. But in order to have that thermal skin, she has to disrobe and become naked, and you kind of wonder how far gone is she from humanity, because she's happy to stand there completely nude when she's like not in like the invisible mode, but her partner has to come over and put a coat on her. So like even though he has a lot of cybernetic implants, he still has to put the coat on her because he like feels shame for her maybe.
Yeah,
but she doesn't feel it at all. She's just because she knows she's like robot pretty much.
But shame and nudity is not what a human makes. There's plenty of cultures that do not feel shame.
But that's a writing technique to show that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
It's not universal.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. I mean, there wouldn't be nudist colonies if Everyone felt shame and nudity. And mainly you felt shame and nudity because of religious things. So we're not going to open that Pandora's box.
Okay.
Because I could go down the rabbit hole on that one.
Go ahead, weigh in.
I'm giving this one punch face down and bloodied. I nearly tapped out. I was nearly going to be like, I'm out.
Wow.
And there's animes I like so much better than this one.
Okay.
And again, maybe it would have had 2 punches if I had the original audio. Because I do prefer hearing the original Japanese or Chinese, whatever the original audio is. I do prefer to hear the original language.
Well, I think we finally reached a movie where we are literally the
Polar
exact
opposites.
opposites of this. This movie is a complete 5-punch knockout. It is gorgeous to look at. The story is fantastic. I thought the pace was, it is a little slow. It's kind of like Blade Runner in a way, and I bet you this movie was influenced by Blade Runner. You can definitely see it in the visuals. But this is the movie that also influenced a lot of other movies, such as The Matrix. I mean, you'll see right in the beginning with the green letters type of things. That was all The Matrix stole all that. The scenes where she lands on one knee. It's pretty much the same.
Superhero landing.
Yeah, that's The Matrix took that from this movie for sure.
Yeah.
But this movie is. It's one of the best.
To do that?
This movie is one of the best science fiction movies ever. I mean, it definitely, if you love really well-written stuff, if you love really beautiful anime, this is a great movie.
So you're saying I don't like well-written things?
It's just not your cup of tea. So that's how we weigh in on Ghost in the Shell. Couldn't be more opposite. I'm right. Don't forget to support her MMA fight career.
Yeah. You can support this YouTube channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing. Who do you side on? Brett the Threat or Jenny Rose? Stare down. Can't keep a straight face looking at that mug. And we have a link below for merchandise as well.
Subscribe.